What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're doing the Nightfall finally for this week, and we got the brand new Dawning patch, and we also got new and revamped strikes, one of which being Nexus. Sekrion. Remember Sekrion back from year 1? We haven't done this strike since year 1 basically, but it's revamped. And there are taken all over the place this week in the Nightfall, at least in all of the runs that we did. And what this actually is, in my personal opinion, I'm going to say it, this is preparing people for a revamped Vault of Glass. I think we're going to get Vault of Glass again, I honestly do. I have never felt like we were going to get our old raids back in the game, but after seeing this in the game, I truly believe that we're going to be getting the Vault of Glass, and we're going to be getting Crota's End back in the game, maybe in the next April update, maybe. There's absolutely nothing concrete from Bungie to make me say this, or guarantee that this is going to happen, but I believe it to be true. I really do. I really think this is partly training people for getting to learn some of the mechanics. First off, there was a whole standing on the platform mechanic in order to open up this final area over to here, just like you open up the Vault of Glass. And then, of course, in this fight, there is the shield relic, and you're pretty much treating it like the Templar fight. Now, it's obviously a little bit different, and what you're actually seeing right here is our very first run and very first attempt in this strike. So we didn't exactly know how it was going to behave. We didn't know how it was going to behave, and we ended up pretty much treating it like the Templar fight. Now, it's not like it. There are some little differences, and you can be far less perfect in dealing with it, but I'll tell you that as we go through it. But overall, I'm digging it. I like this new Nightfall. I like the new strike scoring mechanic. I did one heroic strike, and then I did the Nightfall on all 3 of my characters. I'm digging the strike scoring. I am absolutely digging it. And if you happen to want to know how good you did and how many medals you got at the end, make sure you go ahead and hit your next screen one more time after you see the final end screen. You can go ahead and see how much you contributed to your score and how many medals you actually got yourself. It's pretty neat. I really do like the strike scoring. I think that was a good and solid addition, and I'm definitely looking forward to going into strikes. And I'm looking forward to hopefully eventually getting the icebreaker as well. Now, something else totally crazy, and mainly because of strike scoring, is you can see me rocking out a full auto shotgun. I can't even tell you the last time I actually took a shotgun in and used a shotgun for the entirety of a Nightfall. I know I did a Taniks where I went ahead and killed Taniks with the 4th Horseman, but other than that, there's really nothing that's jumping out at my mind as far as, boy, I used a shotgun there. But I'm using it because I think that's going to help me in doing special streaks for the strike scoring. And I'm going to go ahead and keep rocking it. So it's a Dangerous's Retort with full auto. It's not too bad. Now right here, I've got the relic, and I thought I was going to have to charge it up just like you would have to charge up the relic in the Vault of Glass. But I was wrong. The super that you get came up extremely quick. Extremely quick. So once you get it, you can go ahead and then fire it off at Nexus, Sekrion, and just use that like you're casting your super. So aim at him with the crosshairs and then fire off your super, and his shield goes down. Now, I didn't know that I was going to lose the shield immediately afterwards. Pretty much you don't have to worry about holding it. I thought that only Devil and Pooch were going to be able to go ahead and shoot at Nexus, but it's not the case. After you go ahead and fire that off, the shield does disappear, and unlike Templar in the Vault of Glass, you do not have only a very tiny window to go ahead and damage him. You pretty much have a health gated window, so whenever you deal enough damage to his health, then his shield will come back up, then you'll have to go out and find another relic. So we didn't know that during the first run, so right here I'm waiting, I'm making sure that everybody's in position because I'm not exactly sure if we have just a tiny window. And you can see as soon as I fire it out, they're firing away, and I'm going to go ahead and try to clear out some of the adds over here just so that they can continue dealing out maximum damage. Again, this was our first run, we weren't exactly sure how the mechanics were going down. In subsequent runs, we learned that there was really no time that you needed to worry about it. You pretty much had all the time in the world, so you could actually go ahead and take care of all the adds if you seem to be being swarmed down by the adds. Because one of the biggest problems we ended up having whenever we were doing the strike in general was how much these taken Vex end up pretty much making themselves invincible. And boy, that is annoying. Though having that full auto shotgun and having that full auto shotgun be arc, which is what those Vex Minotaur are, those Vex taken Minotaur being arc shields, that was actually pretty solid and pretty fortuitous. So right here is the 3rd relic that we ended up picking up, and I don't believe there are actually any more than 3 times that you have to actually pick this up. So whenever we down his shield here, we're pretty much going to be on that last final bit of health that we just go ahead and burn down. And he is pretty easy to burn down, and if you have a tether and you've got your weapons of light bubble and you're just dealing out the damage with those also, he goes down really easily. So not too bad, not too difficult at all, not a really tricky strike at all to go ahead and deal with. So I actually liked it. A lot of people have really always enjoyed this strike back in year 1. It was always a dark horse favorite, and I think people are going to enjoy it this time. There it is, Nexus Sekrion, he goes down. And also, one of the new changes to the Nightfall is the very first Nightfall gives you a guaranteed skeleton key. And I'm like, where's my skeleton key? There it is. So we got a guaranteed skeleton key on a brand new strike, so we might as well use it on the skeleton key chest. And we got nothing. We got nothing. But that is because I am totally filled up. I've got all my class items here filled up, so oops. But don't worry, right after we see our rewards for this run, we'll go over and inspect Pooja's character, who is a Titan, and that is actually what you're getting. You're getting a class item for the Titan at the end of the strike. I do wish there was a weapon. That would have been really nice, but it's a class item, and you're going to see what it looks like in just a little bit. First off, we've got to see the loot that we ended up getting for all 3 of us on our very first Nexus. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 3 of coins for days. Not very creative Nightfall rewards right there. 3 of coins for days. Okay, so here we are. Mark of the Nexus Undone. That is the brand new class item. And you can see Pooja's rocking it out right there. There it is. Mark of Nexus Undone. And that's what we're talking about. Mark of the Nexus Undone. That's your class item that you get from the skeleton key chest. Moving on to our second character, we've got the Hunter. And for our number 2 Nightfall, we've got exotics galore. There we go. The awesome Monte Carlo and the No Land Beyond for Devil. And finally, moving on to our third character for our Titan and the number 3 Nightfall this week. What do we end up getting? Well, Devil's got 3 of coins for days after this Nightfall's all said and done. Pooj ended up getting some boots, and I got myself a heavy machine gun. But that's the new Nexus remastered strike that we're taking everywhere. Everybody's preparing for the Vault of Glass. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Nightfall, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #VoG Prep.